Okay, moving on, guys. We're getting there. We've only got 12 or 13 tracks at the moment, but that's probably enough. Actually, that's the meat and potatoes of the track now. I'm happy with it. Just gonna have a quick listen to it just to check the mix, because I want to move on to the actual structure or arrangement of the track, which is where a lot of beginners tend to fall down, and we get a lot of emails here at Born to Produce asking how the hell do we structure a loop into a full-blown track, which is what we're going to do right now. I'm going to teach you a very simple method actually on how to do this, but just have a very quick recap of what we got. Okay, I like to build up things as we go, so let's just do that. This is pretty much what the arrangement is going to be like. So this is the intro. Then we'll introduce the hi-hats. Just reduce the plinky a little bit. Slightly too loud. So some extra hats, or sort of the white noise acting as a ride, kind of a ride in a way. I don't think that's quite in tune. That we'll do that in a minute. Yeah, happy with that. And then cowbells. Too low. Okay, so it's not bad, just a couple of minor adjustments there. Let's just see if the kick's cutting through. Not really. Let's just try something very quickly on. You can always compress the kick, see if it comes through a bit more. Sometimes compressing the kick works, but on this occasion I think I'm just going to increase the volume. Yeah, compressing the kick sometimes works, but it just didn't seem to be adding much, so there's no point doing it for the sake of it. Another little trick is to put the compressor on twice on the kick, but I'm quite happy with the way it is at the moment now the volume is turned up a little bit. Quickly tune this retrolog up. As you can hear, obviously that's off. That's fine. It's the reason why that's off a little bit is because we've got tuning. We've put in some tuning issues and some envelope offsets and pitch offsets and all sorts. So that's why it's kind of to get that discordant feel of techno, but that's the reason why the note was slightly off. It's on C sharp now rather than C. Okay, so let's move on with the structure. So a really easy way to structure your track is to copy and paste this 2-bar loop all the way across your timeline and then just mute out the bits you want. So make sure your quantize is set to 1 whole bar, then it makes it a lot easier for you to drag this out. So there's a lot of different ways you can do this. In fact, there's 3 different ways you can do this. You can hold down Alt and copy across, which is why the snap makes it so much easier. Just going to undo that. You've got a new feature in Cubase 8.5 where you can hold the middle tag of any one of these events and it'll do a repeat count 2, repeat count 3, etc, etc. Just going to undo that, Control Z. And there's another way you can just highlight everything and do Command or Control D. It's up to you. There's 3 different ways to do that. So I'm just going to press G to zoom out, and again you can highlight the whole thing and just duplicate out, G to zoom, G to zoom, and you can just keep doing that all the way along. Let's we've no idea how long this track is. At the moment we've only got bars and beats at the top, so we can add another track here. Right click, it's one of these ones, it might be ruler, yeah, and we can change that to seconds, and that gives us a timeline. We're going to put that at the top. Now we can see how long our track is, so we've still got a long way to go yet on the duplicating, so let's, I don't know, this track probably going to be around 4 minutes or so. I mean, a lot of techno tracks are 7 or 8 minutes, but obviously we're not doing the full version in this tutorial because we'll be here all day, but we'll certainly give you the basics of what you need to know to complete the track from start to finish. So here are all the main elements. Obviously we've got no effects whatsoever. We're going to put the effects in later on, so that will add another 5 or 6 tracks to this this song. So obviously you want to start off with the intro, a DJ friendly intro, 8 bars or 16 bars, something like that. Generally when you're structuring a track you want a change every 8 bars and perhaps a significant change every 16 bars. That's generally the rules I work to, but we'll come on to that as we go along. So 2 ways you can do this. You can either go in here and delete these sections you don't want, or you can actually right click, click on your mute tool, or you can come in and mute them, and then you can always just unmute them if you change your mind. I'm actually going to delete them because otherwise the arrangement is going to look kind of untidy, so I'm going to take out what I don't want here, which is, you know, most things at the moment. I just want to start with the kick and the high plinky. So this is how it's going to start. Okay, obviously everything comes in there, but we're going to, the next section, I'd probably have that for 8 bars, but as just going to keep this tutorial short, we'll leave that intro as 4 bars. So obviously I still don't want, what do I want coming in now? I don't want this stab for quite a while. I don't want the offbeat bass for quite a while. I don't want the buzz or the white for quite a while. Let's just see what that sounds like. Going from one section to the next. And what we'll do, because you need a little effect to tie the two sections together, because it just sounds a bit weird when this bass comes in on its own. So what we'll do, we'll have a little effect in here somewhere, but we'll do that later on. You just have to imagine the effects are there at the moment. So you're probably getting the idea of how we do this. I'll just do a little bit more, and then I'm just going to go off and do it rather than you watching everything I do. You'll be able to do this yourself quite easily. Let's bring in maybe some hats. I'm going to bring in the buzz there. Maybe start introducing the cowbell as well. Don't need the clap. I might not bring the clap in until after the first breakdown. Let's just take off the hats as well. Let's just see what that sounds like. Just reprogramming my buzz sound. It's just not working. Now we've got the track going. Okay. So we need to just get rid of that. Duplicate that. Okay. We'll just bring in the cowbell gently. In fact, yeah, let's just quickly do that. So a little bit of automation. I was going to do this later on, but so you click the down arrow on the cowbell, and we're already on volume. And all I want to do is just bring in this cowbell gently. So I'm going to put a marker there, a marker there, a marker there, and then just bring this down. So this is volume automation, and that's going to bring up the volume on the cowbell just gently. Also, that cowbell's too dry, so we'll put a load of reverb on that, and then we'll automate the reverb as well. This is all going to be in the mixing stage, but at the moment we're just getting the structure together. So just before I quickly go off and do that, I want to just show you another little trick on this kick drum. When the track starts, I don't want the kick to be fully in. In other words, I don't want the full energy of the kick in. I'm going to EQ out some of the bottom end just for the first few beats. I mean, it's not too bad, but I just want to show you something. I can either go in and take off all the low ends on the EQ and then automate it. So let's just show you what that would sound like. So it's on 33 Hertz. So I would come in and do this. Start off maybe something like that. Program it to slowly roll off. So that's one way you can do it. Or you can just right click, duplicate the track, and now we just need to get rid of the first four. So I'm only going to have the first 4 bars. With the kick EQ. So I'm just going to do it on a separate track basically. I mean, there's 2 ways you can do it. Obviously it's duplicated my settings here as well. So let's just come across. Let's just put a loop on so we can hear what we're doing. There. See how it just gives it more energy when the kick actually comes in properly. Bar 5, probably would have done it on bar 9 actually, but just for the quickness I've done it on bar 5 and to keep the tutorial short. But you've got a kick that's been EQ'd, and then the full kick coming in with the bass has much more impact than just having the kick starting straight away. Yeah, I quite like that. Okay guys, so I'm going to go in and start arranging this track. So we've got an intro section, which is the very, very intro section. It's just this bit here with the kick that's been EQ'd out. Then we've got like the main intro, if you like, which is this bit. And then the intro variation. Obviously all these things need to be automated so they fit nicely. And this is the main kind of first section now with the buzzy weird noise. And the cowbell coming in slowly. Okay, so we're now into the first section properly. We haven't even got to a first breakdown yet, but we'll now start building up this section to come to the first breakdown. So I'm going to go in and change quite a few things, and I'll be back to you shortly and let you know what I've done. See you on the next one.